G'day everybody, Brad Williams here from Williams Occupational Therapy Driver Assessments and Rehab, and today we are talking about what we learnt from the National OT Conference that was held last month. If you haven't tuned in, there's 3 videos before this where we talk about different topics that we attended, but what we're doing right now is talking about one of the final topics that we attended, about 3D scanning, using a 3D scanner to look at the environment of which people need to access in their wheelchairs. This was a fascinating talk from Carolyn Unsworth. It's a little bit out of our scope, but it was really good to learn about it, and it's something that we might be able to look into the future. Carolyn at the university there at CQ University have a 3D scanner which can scan the size of somebody's wheelchair and actually have accurate measurements of the width and the depth and the height of somebody actually sitting in their scooter or wheelchair. And what they've been able to do is scan the environment of buses, so they can actually quantify whether the buses that say they're scooter or wheelchair accessible actually are, but also in reverse, which scooters are saying they're actually blue badged to be able to go onto public transport. Are they actually meeting the guidelines? So she's looked into this and is producing a study in regards to whether buses and scooters actually match. She then went on to do a second talk, which unfortunately I couldn't attend all of, but how she's actually using a 3D scanner to look at van access. How big is the wheelchair? How big is the person in the wheelchair? So how high do they sit, and how wide is the environment that they actually need? And how much room is actually available in a van to be able to access the seating arrangements in the van, so whether it's in the front seat to be able to drive or in the rear area to be able to be a passenger. So it was really interesting to hear back from that. Unfortunately, I couldn't stay for it all, but really hear back the interest that this had with other driver trained OTs. So we've got plans to contact Carolyn to find out a little bit more about this, and if you've got more interest to find out more about the 3D scanners, I encourage you to get in contact with Professor Carolyn Unsworth, and you can do that at her email address, which is c.unsworth, UNSWORTH, at cqu.edu.au. I'm sure she's fine with me giving out her email address for this topic, because it was very interesting and she had a lot of people there, and I understand the feedback was extremely good. So if you want to find out more, contact Professor Carolyn Unsworth. Bye for now.